This is Grade 3, Module 2, Lesson 14, and the objective in this lesson is to round to the nearest hundred on the vertical number line. So it's very similar to what we did when we were rounding to the nearest 10, but now we're just going to round to the nearest hundred. So question number 1 from the homework says round to the nearest hundred, use a number line to model your thinking. So A is 156, and 156 it falls between 100 and 200, with the midpoint, which was given to you, is 150. Well, 156 is above the midpoint. That means that it's closer to 200. So when we're rounding, it's closer to 200. 342 is between 300, 400, and the midpoint is 350. 342 is below the midpoint. So that means it's closer to 300. So when you round it, it's 300. 260 is between 200 and 300. The midpoint is 250. 260 is above the midpoint, which rounds to 300. Okay. 1,260, again, we're still rounding to the hundreds, so it's between 1,200 and 1,300. The midpoint being 1,250. 1,260 is above that, so it rounds to 1,300. 1,685 is between 1,600 and 1,700. The midpoint is 1,650, and 1,685 is above that, so it's closer to 1,700. For F, 1,804 is between 1,800 and 1,900. The midpoint is 1,850. 1,804 is below that, so it's closer to 1,800. Okay? All right, now we're going to do question number 4. And question 4 reads, there are 1,525 pages in a book. Julia and Kim round the number of pages to the nearest hundred. Julia says it is 1,500. Kim says it is 1,500s. Who is correct, and explain your thinking? So I'm going to use my place value chart for this one here. So let me just go ahead and label it. This is thousands, and we have hundreds. Okay, I have thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Now, if I just do the vertical number line, let me do that on the next page. I have 1,525, and to the nearest hundred, here's my vertical number line, and it's between 1,500 and 1,600, with the midpoint of 1,550. And 1,525 is closer to 1,500. Okay, let's go back to the problem. So I know it's 1,500. Well, let me go ahead and do, Julia says it's 1,500. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, Kim says it's 1,500. So let me show you what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oops, 5, what is that now working? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So Julia's is in the light blue and Kim is in the green. Well, if you look at Kim, her 1,500s, we can regroup this 10 to make that 1,000 right there. So what Julia is saying for 1,500 is the same, is equal to what Kim is saying for her 1,500s. So who is correct? The answer is that they're both correct. So I can write I wrote both girls are correct because 1,500 is equal to 1,500s.